Nice and loud, ladies.
To this day, when I was a kid, I used to think that pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. I thought they were both pork chops. And because my grandmother thought it was cute, and because they were my favorite, she let me keep doing it. Not really a big deal. One day, before I realized fat kids are not designed to climb trees, I fell out of a tree and bruised the right side of my body. I didn't want to tell my grandmother about it because I was afraid I'd get in trouble for playing somewhere that I shouldn't have been. A few days later, the gym teacher noticed the bruise and I got sent to the principal's office. From there, I was sent to another small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I saw no reason to lie. As far as I was concerned, life was pretty good. I told her, whenever I'm sad, my grandmother gives me karate chops. This led to a full-scale investigation, and I was removed from the house for 3 days until they finally decided to ask how I got the bruises. News of this silly little story quickly spread through the school, and I earned my first nickname, Pork Chop. To this day, I hate pork chops.
She's not the only kid who grew up this way, surrounded by people who used to say that rhyme about sticks and stones. As if broken bones hurt more than the names we got called, and we got called them all. So we grew up believing no one would ever fall in love with us, that we'd be lonely forever, that we'd never meet someone to make us feel like the sun was something they built for us in their tool shed. So broken heartstrings bled the blues as we tried to empty ourselves so we would feel nothing. Don't tell me that hurts less than a broken bone. That an ingrown life is something surgeons can just cut away, but there's no way for it to metastasize. It does.
She was 8 years old. Our first day of grade 3 when she got called ugly. We both got moved to the back of the class so we would stop getting bombarded by spitballs. But the school halls were a battleground where we found ourselves outnumbered day after wretched day. We used to stay inside for recess because outside was worse. Outside we'd have to rehearse running away or learn to stand still like statues, giving no clues we were there. In grade 5 they taped a sign to her desk that read, "Beware of dog."
To this day, despite having a loving husband, she doesn't think she's beautiful because of a birthmark that takes up a little less than half her face. Kids used to say she looked like the wrong answer someone tried to erase but couldn't quite get the job done. And they'll never understand that she's raising 2 kids whose definition of beauty begins with the word mom, because they see her heart before they see her skin. That she's only ever always been amazing.
We weren't the only kids who grew up this way. To this day, kids are still being called names. The classics were, "Hey stupid," "Hey spaz." It seems like each school has an arsenal of names getting updated every year. And when a kid breaks in school, and no one around chooses to hear, do they even make a sound? Are they just the background noise of a soundtrack stuck on repeat when people say things like kids can be cruel? Every school was a big top circus tent, and the pecking order went from lion tamers to acrobats, from carnies to clowns. All of these were miles ahead of who we were. We were freaks, lobster claw boys, bearded ladies, oddities, juggling depression and loneliness, playing solitaire spin on the bottle, trying to kiss the wounded parts of ourselves and heal. But at night, while the others slept, we kept walking that tightrope. It was practice, and yeah, some of us fell. But I want to tell you that all of this crap is just debris left over when we finally decided to smash all the things we thought we used to be.
And if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer, stare a little longer.
Because there's something inside of you that made you keep trying, despite everyone who told you to quit.
You built a cast around your broken heart and signed it yourself. You signed it, "They were wrong."
Because maybe you didn't belong to a group or a clique.
Maybe they picked you last for basketball or for everything.
Maybe you used to bring bruises and broken teeth to show and tell but never told.
Because how can you hold your ground if everyone around you wants to bury you beneath it?
You have to believe they were wrong.
They have to be wrong.
Why else would we still be here?
We grew up learning to cheer on the underdog because we saw ourselves in them.
We stem from a root planted in the belief that we are not what we were called. We're not abandoned cars, stalled out and sitting empty on a highway.
And if in some way we are, don't worry. We only got out to walk and get gas.
We are graduating members from the class of Screw Off!
We made it.
Not the faded echoes of voices crying out.
Names will never hurt me! But of course they did. But our lives will only ever always continue to be a balancing act that is less to do with pain and more to do with beauty.